In our previous video, we went over everything that happened before day 60 of the outbreak. Or for a better understanding, everything that happened before Rick woke up from his coma. Majority of this was seen on Fear the Walking Dead, but if you have not seen that video, go check that out before this one. On day 60, Rick stays the night with Morgan and Dwayne, and Morgan explains everything that has happened while he was in his coma. In the morning, Rick kills his first walker with a baseball bat outside the house they were staying at. During a conversation about Rick's family, Dwayne suggests that they are probably at the CDC center in Atlanta. Rick takes Morgan and Dwayne to the Kings County Police Department, where they have a much needed shower and gather guns and ammo, and Rick also hands Morgan a CB radio so they can keep in contact and find each other when Morgan heads to Atlanta himself. Rick takes one of the patrol cars and heads to Atlanta. Running low on gas, he pulls into a gas station, killing Summer, the teddy bear girl. After officially running out of gas, he takes a horse and rides in the rest of the way into Atlanta, but instead of fighting safety and security, he finds a city full of the dead. He escaped the Walker horde into a tank that was left by the military. Glenn contacts him over the radio and helps him escape into the nearby store. Andrea, T-Dog, Jackie, Morales, and Merle are also there as well, with the store also being surrounded by walkers. Rick is able to form an escape plan, but has to handcuff a hostile Merle on the roof. The group is able to escape, but Merle is left behind in the rush. Rick is brought back to the quarry camp where he is reunited with Lori, Carl, and Shane. The auto ranch is running very low on water, which brings more tension between its occupants. A horde of walkers led by Troy, who was exiled, reaches the ranch, and despite their efforts to keep them out, the ranch is overtaken. The remaining survivors head towards the dam. Madison discovers Ophelia was bitten and tries to keep her alive so they can reach the dam and Daniel can see her before she turns, but Madison is unsuccessful. Day 61, Merle was able to retrieve a hacksaw that was left behind, but was unable to cut the handcuffs that still held him hostage. In order to escape, he had to cut off his own hand. Against the wishes of Lori and Shane, Rick, T-Dog, Daryl, and Glenn head back to Atlanta to rescue Merle and pick up the bag of guns that Rick left behind. They find that Merle has already escaped but encounter the Vatos gang while they are searching for him. They realize the Vatos are not a true threat and gave them some weapons to help protect themselves and the residents still at the elderly home they are staying in. At night, back at the quarry, walkers attack the camp and Rick and the others are able to make it just in time to help save most of the camp members, but not before Amy, Andrea's sister, and Jim, plus some unknown others were bit or killed. On day 62, they bury the victims from the attack the night before. Shane announces to the group that they will head to the CDC the next morning. On day 63, before they head to the CDC, Rick tries to contact Morgan, but with no answer. An unknown group invades the Vatos nursing home, killing the residents and stealing all of their supplies. At the CDC, Dr. Jenner makes an announcement over his broadcast that wildfire virus has been going on for 194 days, unknown to the public, and the official global outbreak was 63 days ago. The quarry group heads toward the CDC, but Morales and his family decide to part ways. At night, the survivors arrive at the CDC, and reluctantly, Dr. Jenner lets them in if they take a blood test. On day 64, the next morning, Dr. Jenner explains what has happened and what they know so far about the outbreak. He also tells them the French were closest to a solution. The CDC building enters its self-destruct mode, but Rick is able to convince Jenner to allow them to escape. Before they leave, Jenner whispers to Rick that they are all infected no matter what. Jackie decides to stay behind with Jenner and is killed in the CDC explosion. After leaving the CDC, they stop by the Vatos' elderly home, only to find them all dead or walkers. Nick and Troy learn about the Proctors' attack on the dam and head that direction. Alicia and Diana are nearly robbed and come across the Proctors, who use Alicia as a nurse and joins them on their trip to the dam. Walker and Lee head north to find more of their people. As the dam preps for the Proctors' arrival, Troy is killed after Madison learns the truth. Strand shoots Daniel, and the Proctors arrive, which leads to the death of Efren, Lola, and others. Strand tries to leave with Madison and Nick, but is caught and prepares to execute them, along with Alicia, who is guilty by association. Nick blows up the dam with help from Walker, Lee, and Daniel, while his family, Strand, and Proctor John escape. Madison, separated from the others, washes up on a concrete riverbank where people are gathering water. So that brings us to the end of Season 1 on The Walking Dead main show and Season 3 of Fear the Walking Dead. As you can